VA renovation loans for a purchase. How does that work? Let's find out. Let's get after it. Hey guys, it's Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans, powered by Stride Bank. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the VA renovation loan for purchase and how it actually works and how you can utilize it to your benefit. I know a lot of you have heard me say many a time of we got to talk about how you use your home as a financial tool and things like that. But let's really get into how you can make your home yours, especially when you're out there on the market right now. One of the things that we know to be fact is that there's not a lot of property. It's hard to find the property that you're looking for, the exact property in the price range you're wanting to be in. So we understand that, and and I think the VA understands that. That's where this VA renovation loan comes into play. So I kind of wanted to discuss this. We're going to bring up another screen here. There we go. So VA renovation purchase loans. Buy and renovate with ease. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's an opportunity for you to buy a home and renovate to make sure the home is exactly what you're looking for. There's not a lot of property out on the market, and some of the property you're finding is going to be above the price range you're looking to spend. Of course, with the rates a little bit higher than what we've seen historically, so we understand that. But also, you're probably finding some property out there that's, gosh darn, it looks great from the outside, and the pictures on Zillow or Realtor.com, they look amazing. But then you get in there and you really kind of see the nitty gritty and what needs to happen and what needs to change, and really what you don't like. But the key to that is you found a good property, you found a good location, it's where you want to be. But how do you make that home yours? So let's kind of dive into that and take a look. Okay, so VA renovation purchase loan. A VA renovation purchase loan allows eligible veterans and active service members to buy a home and finance the cost of renovations with one single loan. Sounds awesome, right? Well, that's because it is. It combines the cost of the home and renovations into one mortgage. Use VA benefits to secure favorable loan terms, and ideal for purchasing a home that may need updates or repairs. So let's kind of break that down just a little bit. So when we talk about combine the cost of the home and the renovations into one mortgage, that's a really big key because, as you know, as a veteran or an active service member with eligibility, you can buy a home with 100% with zero money out of pocket, or zero money down, excuse me. So 100% loan to value. Now, typically, when you think of renovation, number one, you think about, okay, well, I've got to save that money up and do it myself. That's usually our first thought. The second thought was, well, maybe there's a loan I can get for that and use the equity. Well, when you're buying a house and you're buying it for, $250,000, that's the value of the home. So there's really not a lot of equity built in there. So you're going to have to somehow come up with that money on your own in a separate type of loan. Or three, you just kind of, three is my way, and it ends up on a honeydew list that you never get around to. So three is not, I would say, not a favorable term for any of us out there. I would suggest not doing three. It's a good way to get in the doghouse, but I digress. So let's talk about it. So you find the house, and here's where the VA renovation, in my opinion, really comes into play. You find a house that has everything you're looking for. It's got the size you're looking for. It has the location. It's close to the schools you want to be. It's close to work. It's got everything you're wanting, except for the kitchen needs updated, or the bathrooms need updated, or the needs new flooring, new paint, a new deck, new fencing, new roof, a number of different things, which may be a reason that you're buying it a little undervalued, which is always a good thing, but it needs those updates and those things. Well, right now that stuff can cost you 50, 60, 70, $100,000, depending on what you're wanting to do. The VA renovation allows for all that, and it makes it a nice, easy process all in one loan. So why choose the VA renovation for a purchase loan over any other type of loan? Number one, the VA, obviously, you guys know I'm biased on this. The VA's got the best loan there is. No private mortgage insurance or no PMI, which is a giant advantage for a VA home loan, especially with no money down. Competitive interest rates. VA typically has the better interest rates because they are government backed. 25% of the loan is insured by the government. And greater home selection. Expand your home search. Okay, this is the one I really want to get into because it's important. Right now, you when you look for homes and you're looking on Zillow or Realtor.com, or you have a real estate agent that's sending you homes, you've got a certain price range you're staying within, and you probably have a certain location you want to stay within. That kind of limits the amount of homes that is in the market for you. Now, in the same scenario, you want something that is ready-made. It is ready to go. It's everything you want. You don't want to do any work to it. Well, just like anything else, in a situation like that, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that home that needs no work. And it may be something that falls outside of your budget. Not saying that you won't qualify for it, but out of your budget. And that's really what everyone needs to look at is what's acceptable within their budget. So Where this comes into play, it expands your search criteria just a little bit. You can look at homes that maybe need a little bit of renovation. We've done up to $200,000 worth of worth of renovation work throughout the VA renovation process. So there's a lot of room in there. But the number one thing it allows you to do as a veteran, as a potential home buyer, is not be concerned about, well, I don't like that paint, or, well, my wife doesn't like this, or my husband doesn't like this. Those little things like that often will make us move off of a property, can be fixed and can be done within this loan. And the best part is you don't have to come out of pocket for any of the renovation work, which is really amazing. Okay, so how does it work? This is a great. Identify a property that meets your needs but may require renovation. Exactly like we talked about. You found the perfect piece of land. It's in the perfect location. You love everything about it. It's got the right bedroom count. It's got the right bathroom count. It's close to work. It's close to school. Your kids have friends in the neighborhood. Everything about it is great, but it needs a new kitchen. But it needs paint. But it needs flooring. But I hate those cabinets. And the buts continue. And that is usually how it works. I know I've been in the market looking for homes a number of different times, and I'll find everything about it that I love, and then I run into the buts. Well, the buts are where this loan comes in. The buts allow this loan to be, or this home to be perfect for you. So the way we work is once you've identified the home and the required renovations, you get a bid on the renovations, and then we start the loan process, obviously. And keep in mind, this is a simplified version just for ease. But we start the loan process, and then we submit, and we get an appraisal. Now, the appraisal is done based on the renovation work that you are going to have done. So whatever plan that you have built up with your contractor, that renovation will be done, and the appraisal will be based on those projects being completed on the house. Once we have that everything done there, we do a loan approval. Your lender approves the mortgage, including the amount needed for the home purchase and renovation, and then purchase and renovate. Once the sale closes, contractors can start the next day. Okay, they can start immediately, which is huge, because in a lot of times, number one, on the VA loan, as you know, you need to occupy the property within a certain period of time. And also, of course, you're buying a home. You just spent $300,000 or $400,000 or $500,000 in some cases, and you probably want to move into that home. I completely understand that, and so does the VA. So that's why when they do this, they look at deal, or they, number one, they allow your contractor to start work the minute the sale is closed and that you own the property. And then they also plan out the draw schedule for you and the contractor. So it makes it a little bit easier for you. Okay. Eligible renovations. Now, this changes occasionally. Okay. So cosmetic updates like painting and flooring, like I've talked about, energy efficient upgrades, which I haven't discussed yet, but that is huge. And we do have a scenario for that in here. Major repairs such as fixing structural issues, plumbing or roofing, and accessible modifications for disability or disabled or elderly veterans. Now, one thing I want to talk about on the major repairs, where the VA renovation does not come in or into effect, is if you want to build up. Out is okay. Up is not. So that's something that to keep in mind. And that's where you want to talk to one of our VA specialists at 855-956-4040. Contact any of our VA specialists for that, because they will be able to kind of go through those things with you. We've had a number of different VA renovations where they built out, but again, just not up. So those are some things to consider. And that's where, like I said, our VA specialists will come into play and help you out and answer those questions for you. All right, scenario number one, and I like the scenarios. So, cosmetic updates after purchase, scope of work, painting new flooring, and modernizing fixtures in the kitchen and bathrooms. Loan details: purchase a home that needs cosmetic updates, and roll the renovation costs into your mortgage. And the benefit: moving to a home you can customize to your taste from day one, all with the VA loan, and all without any down payment required, all without any payment towards the builder from you directly required. It is really an all-inclusive loan for you, for the builder, and for your home. I do like the scope of work, painting, new flooring, and modernizing fixtures in the kitchen. It's really crazy. Until you buy a home, you don't think about the fixtures or the wall plates. How many times have you bought a home or moved into a home or rented a place even, and the wall plates for the electrical outlets are the cream color that you would find in an office from 1987? Believe me, my house that I bought, I had to do some renovation work to it as well, and I replaced all those. It is time consuming and really pretty darn expensive to replace those plates. And don't even get me started on the switches. I mean, that's above my pay grade, but it is a part of that process, and it's something that you can do within this loan. So it makes it really nice and really handy. Uh, all right, so let's look at scenario 2, energy efficient upgrades. Now, this one's really pretty cool, and depending on what kind of energy efficiency upgrades we're wanting to do, sometimes we don't even need to utilize the VA renovation. Now, that being said, every case is different, and again, this is where your VA specialist will come into effect and really help you answer those questions. Again, call them 855-956-4040. Installing energy efficient windows, adding insulation, upgrading to LED lighting, and replacing an old HVAC system. Guys, it's the same situation. All those energy efficiency things, you can build those right in the loan and do the renovation work just the same as you could if you were doing cosmetic. Number 3, major structural repairs, roof replacement, foundation repairs, or upgrading plumbing and electrical systems. Okay, that's where I'm gonna start right there. Those are 3 of the big things that the VA renovation will, as far as structural, will do. Again, won't be able to build up, but you can build out if necessary. So roof replacement. I mean, I haven't replaced a roof in a while, but I'm going to guess it's upwards of $25,000, depending on how big of a roof or a home you have. Upgrading plumbing, never cheap. Electrical. Last time I saw electrical was running between, $10,000, $12,000, and I'm going to assume the prices haven't come down on anything. So that money is something that we can roll into the loan, amortize over 30 years. Your payment's a little bit lower, and of course you can always pay extra, but it doesn't require money out of your pocket all at one time. So it makes it a little more accessible for other people, or for all of us to be able to utilize. All right, and then accessibility modifications for your new home. Now this is a big one, and we've done a number of these, and I love that the VA does put this in place. Widening doorways, installing ramps, adding grab bars in bathrooms, and modifying kitchen for accessibility. I love that we are able to do that. I love that this loan, many reasons why. I think you guys can all probably tell, but I love that we can do this. So absolutely, 100%, without question, this is one of my favorite parts of the VA renovation, is it does allow for accessibility modifications for your home. And again, this is not a home you're buying. I mean, if you have service connected disabilities from being in the service, whether it's in a wheelchair, whatever it is, I think that this is a pretty amazing option for you to be able to buy a home, because it is tough, especially when you're out looking for a home. You find everything you want in that home. Unfortunately, it isn't accessible. And you might have to come out of the pocket $8, $10, $12, $15,000 to make it accessible. And my gosh, when you get into the kitchen aspect of it, of lowering cabinets and really flipping things, because that a lot of times that's what you need to do in a kitchen, especially when there's accessibility issues. So this alone will allow for all of that. Makes it, again, nice and easy. Again, contact us to learn more about the VA renovation. We're at 855-956-4040. Any of our loan officers, VA specialists right here, will be more than happy to help you. I know I went through that really quick. I do. I completely understand that I did. I didn't want to take up a lot of your time. What I wanted to do was just give you a nice broad overview of what this loan is and what it will allow, because it will allow a lot, and we've done a lot with this. So again, it's 855-956-4040. Any of our VA specialists here will be more than happy to answer your questions. Check us out at nationalvaloans.com. You can read about more information there for the VA renovation loans. It's now, of course, some of you are like me and you're a little bit proactive and you like to get things done, and you think, man, this renovation loan is perfect. This is exactly what I need. And I want to do this, and I want to get qualified for this because it'll help me find a home quicker for me and my family. So if you're like me and you're proactive and you just like to get things done, nationalapplynow.com. It's the easiest and quickest way to fill out an application, a secure application, get it over to us, and then our VA specialists will give you a call to go through the different options you have for a VA renovation for purchase. Guys, we thank you so much for everything you've done. We thank you for your service. We thank you for spending time and listening to us. Again, if you have other questions, feel free to give us a call. You can always check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/National VA Loans. Subscribe. Stay up to date with all the current information for VA home loans. We try to give it out there as much as possible so you know exactly what's going on. Again, it's 855-956-4040. Until next time, folks, thank you for your service. Thank you for all you do, and God bless.